Srila Prabhupada was on the morning walk with so many different types of people. Swarup Damodar Prabhu was there, and Srila Prabhupada would discuss scientific matters with him, and so many devotees were there. And by chance, my mother and father had come to visit, so they were also there. So, Srila Prabhupada said to my mother that, and she was approaching 60 at the time, and Srila Prabhupada said to her, "Oh, Mrs. Titan, you look so young." And she was really pleased. She was really pleased. So at the end of the walk, we came to where the cars were parked. And at the time, Srila Prabhupada was riding in a Rolls Royce. And when we got there, Srila Prabhupada may have noticed that my father was looking at his car. And, you know, very shyly and humbly, Srila Prabhupada looked down and he said to my father, "My disciples have gotten this for me." And my father immediately said, "Oh, no, no, you deserve it, you deserve it." Then, again, dealing very expertly, Srila Prabhupada said to my father, "So you can come with me, we can ride back together in the car." And my father said, "No, you can go with the other disciples." So after everything was finished, Hari Sori, who was Srila Prabhupada's servant at the time, said to Srila Prabhupada that, "Srila Prabhupada, everyone loves you so much." And Srila Prabhupada said, "Yes, because I love everyone." Once Srila Prabhupada was talking about his relationship with Dr. Misra, who you know had the yoga camp in New York. And Srila Prabhupada was saying that how he was good friends with Dr. Misra. Although when Dr. Misra would speak Mayavad philosophy, Srila Prabhupada would protest very vehemently and argue. But on a personal level, they were friends. And when Dr. Misra became sick, Srila Prabhupada personally cooked for him and nursed him back to life. So from this I understood that there's a difference between philosophy and one's personal dealings. That on matters of philosophy, Srila Prabhupada argued with him very strongly. But personally, they were friends. During the struggle to get Hare Krishna land, we did not have any proper accommodation for Srila Prabhupada in Juhu. So he used to stay at different places that we could arrange for him. So we had arranged for Srila Prabhupada to stay at the house of one of our good friends and life members, Mr. P.L. Sethi, who is building a house in the Juhu scheme. And before the house was completed, Mr. Sethi invited Srila Prabhupada to stay there. So Srila Prabhupada was in a room on the first floor upstairs, and he was talking with some respectable persons. And suddenly, one poor Indian laborer appeared at the doorway to the room. And he was, quite dark complexion, wearing some little cloth around his waist. And he walked right through all the respectable persons in the room, up to Srila Prabhupada's table, and he put something on the table. It was a bundle of flowers. And then he put his head down in obeisances, stood up, and walked out of the room. And Srila Prabhupada was so moved by this offering that he couldn't think about anything else for many minutes. At first he was completely stunned. He was just completely silent. This simple laborer, how did he even know that Srila Prabhupada was in the house? How did he get the idea to collect some flowers from here and there? But somehow he got the idea, he walked right in, offered the flowers, paid obeisances, and walked out. And Srila Prabhupada remained silent for some moments. And then he said, just see how he has come with devotion. And he quoted the verse, Patram Pushpam Phalam Tvayam Yome Bhakta Prayachati. That anyone who offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a fruit, a flower, or some water, I will accept it. So Srila Prabhupada said he offered with devotion some flowers, and how much I have been affected. And then he said, just imagine the greatness of Krishna. I'm just an ordinary living entity. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But even Krishna, if he's offered just a leaf or a flower with love and devotion, he will accept it. So, how great is Krishna? Where one of Srila Prabhupada's first disciples was in another place in India, perhaps Calcutta, and he had started to smoke ganja again. And so maybe the temple president from Calcutta phoned and gave the news to Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada said, tell him that if he does not give up this bad habit of smoking, I will reject him. After the phone call, one of the devotees asked Srila Prabhupada, is that true, that if he doesn't give up smoking ganja, you'll reject him? And Srila Prabhupada said, no. I cannot reject any disciple. I only said that to encourage him to stop smoking.
Je anilo